EA Sports FC is just around the corner and we are back with FUT Trading for yet another year. We're going to be bringing out tournaments right at the start of the game this year, competitive tournaments with prizes for all of you guys that are subscribed to the site. We're looking to dip our toes in the next year or so into the esports side of FIFA as well. So it's a chance for some of you guys to show us what you can do before potentially becoming part of the FUT Trading team. At the moment, if you do sub to the season pass, which basically gives you half a year completely free, one of you will win a copy of FIFA. Now, if you've already got a copy of FIFA, we'll just give you the cash instead, so you can go and spend that on whatever you want to spend it on. So subscribe to the website, make yourself millions of coins this year with all the amazing trading that we do there. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. The channel is going to help you guys to make millions of coins this year, grind all the free packs you possibly want, probably throw in some gameplay there for you guys as well. I am so excited to start the brand new game. It's going to be absolutely amazing. You would have just seen it in the intro, but check out FUT Trading. We're running our yearly giveaway. If you subscribe with the season pass, you'll get access to every single trading guide on the website, but you'll also get access to our competitive tournaments that we're now going to be running. So any of you guys that sort of fancy yourself as a good FIFA player, got the chance to win prizes alongside potentially showing us guys what you can do before we hopefully launch the esports team at some point in the year. So check out the website, it's going to be awesome. But I really want to make a simple video here. I've seen so many people bring out the how to get started guides on EA Sports and stuff like that. And I do just want to simplify it because I think everyone's sort of blurring the waters in terms of what's actually relevant for you to know when the web app comes out and what isn't relevant. So I'm going to speed through it basically and just tell you everything that I believe you should do based upon what has worked in other years. You've got people that are doing 25-minute long videos on how to get started on the web app, and it really isn't that difficult. It's much more simple than you think. The first thing that I want to talk about, I'm going to say it simply, I'm not going to get up the web app and stuff like that because it just elongates the video out. At the beginning, you all know this by now, you're going to get the choice of what starter nations you want. Last year, I think Brazil and Argentina were the best to pick. Usually it's Brazil or France. I would go Brazil personally. The reason for this is you're going to get loads of players from that country, and Brazilian players are scattered all across the globe, right? So when the foundation SBCs you've got, they're the SBCs you do at the beginning, which give you like random silver packs and a couple of like consumables and bits and bobs like that. You'll be able to use a lot of those players you get there to put into those SBCs, which will make it much cheaper in the long term for you. And just basically sometimes it's like we want 5 players from Brazil, for example, from the same nation from 5 different leagues. So you're going to give yourself a much better opportunity to do it by doing Brazil than perhaps maybe doing, I guess England is a good example. A few people have said England this year, but there aren't that many English players playing abroad, so it's a bit of an iffy one. But maybe England or Netherlands or something like that, okay? So you choose Brazil, in my opinion, for that reason. Then you're going to go and do the foundation SBCs with what you can do it with, okay? The only thing to bear in mind with the SBCs this year is about whether the untradeable, tradable version and whether they're worth it or not, right? So you're going to get your welcome backpacks. They're vitally important to start with. When you get your welcome backpacks, you open them all up, every single one of them up, and you sell everything in them, basically. Get as many coins as you possibly can. The only exception to this is if you tend to get a little bit lucky and you hit something incredible in meta, you may want to hold that for longer. The reason for that is meta cards rise once the full game releases. So you've got web app to start with, which is the 20th that comes out. Then you've got the Ultimate Edition release on the 22nd, and then the 29th is the full game release, okay? Web app comes out, market's going to be cheap. There's no demand for these players. No one's actually doing gameplay. Everyone's just opening packs up, okay? So you're just going to sell what you can and do what you got to do with that, okay? Anything ridiculously meta you can hold on to for a bit, it will go up in value. Because once people get on the game, as I drop my controller, they start getting coins. Those coins mean that people have got coins to spend. Means the price of meta players goes up as people start to buy them up. So we saw it last year with Haaland, who was like 35k or something like that. Ends up being like ridiculously, I think it's 20 times that. So it's stupid like that. So that's what you've got to think about with those packs, okay? Something that people always overlook though, at the beginning, you're also going to get given some kits and badges and whatnot. Choose ones that have value. Don't just choose ones you like the look of because you'll be able to buy them cheap anyway. Last year, like the Man United kits were near enough 5,000 coins at the beginning of the game. It's a huge amount of coins, a massive amount of coins that you can get by picking the right kits and badges. As a basic rule of thumb, you're looking for the biggest, most historic teams in the world, right? So yes, Man City are, in my opinion, the best team in the world at the moment. they have a smaller fan base than, say, United. So I would pick United over City. Liverpool's a good one. Real Madrid, Barcelona. Ajax can be really good because they come up with some quite cool, funky kits that people like. They're the sort of teams, the historically big teams that have a lot of fans watching them. They're the ones you want to go for where possible. You might not get the option of them. They might not give you that option. You might end up with a load of crap kits I did last year. But that's a really, really good place to start, okay? So simplifying that bit there, realistically, start the game, in my opinion, choose Brazil, okay? Open up all your welcome backpacks and sell everything that you possibly get from them. Choose the higher rated or higher value tradable consumables at the beginning. Sell all that, okay? That's then going to give you a coin total to start the game off with. Now, the thing that everyone, in my opinion, is getting wrong is on the SBC side of things, okay? If you hit some decent stuff in those packs, you might end up with quite a bit of coins, in which case you've got much more freedom. If you end up low on coins, okay, you end up low on coins, you only end up with 20k at the end of it, maybe, I don't know, you might not even end up with that, but whatever you end up with, the SBCs are a problem. And the reason why the SBCs are a problem initially is purely because most of them are untradeable. In previous years, the big SBCs, so if you don't know about them, you get the hybrid leagues, hybrid nation, and then league and nation hybrid, okay? Those are a set of 4 SBCs in each group, which also then give you a really good pack back, like a 100k pack, 50k pack, or whatever it is. They give you amazing packs back. What that meant previously was you would do all your SBCs. Let's say you got your coins and you got 20k. You can go and put it into the first SBC, spend 5k on that SBC, open the pack up, sell everything you get back, and at bare minimum make all your coins back, but usually make a profit. Last year, they were untradeable, okay? And this is vitally important. Those SBCs are going to be there for the whole year. You are in no rush to complete them. They will go up in value once the full game is out and everyone's on the game. They will go up in value. You could choose maybe to leave them a bit longer then and do them once they come down in value. I do just want to show you a couple of cards from last year that are important to look at. So someone like Ruben Perez, for example, 400 coins at the moment. At the beginning of last year, he appeared in a lot of the solutions for the hybrid nations, hybrid leagues. So he was extremely expensive, okay? He ended up climbing very, very quickly and ended up being a really expensive card. Oscar was another one, again, for a very short period of time, was very, very expensive for the SBCs before coming down in value gradually. I'm not saying you want to wait until October to do them, not at all, but just bear that in mind. But these cards will be quite cheap at the beginning. As you can see, Oscar for the first few days was really, really cheap, okay? So just bear that in mind when it comes down to solutions. We'll talk about that in 2 seconds, okay? But when it comes to doing these SBCs and you're thinking, is it worth doing it? You can do them if you just take a couple of smart steps, okay? Now, the first one is one of the strongest things to do at the beginning of the game is bronze pack method, okay? The reason for this is some people aren't going to do what I'm hoping you guys are now going to do and be a bit pragmatic about how they're going to approach doing these SBCs. A lot of people are just going to want to do the SBCs really, really, really quickly, okay? And get as many packs and players as they possibly can. But the problem with doing that is that it rinses out their coins. And that's why you should be doing that. And it creates a demand for cards like bronze cards that have normally very little value. They suddenly gain lots of value, okay? So like left mids and right mids last year in CMs were very, very expensive. So what you would do is basically open up these packs and say this was the web app, obviously, on EA Sports FC. You would just check the price of everything you open up. We all know how bronze pack method works. But some cards will be massively expensive. Other cards won't be anywhere near as expensive. I mean, he looks like he's decent. But if this was EA Sports FC, basically that pack would have been paid for there. So now if you wanted to, you could keep these 2 guys and use them in the SBCs yourself. Or you can check them and sell them if you wanted to sell them for more. Like, again, he's valuable at the moment, so I'll sell him. But this is what it's like at the beginning of the game. Now, not everyone has a mad value. Some have a really good value, some don't. But you list up all the contracts and whatnot. And this is the way that I would go about doing the SBCs, personally. Because all you need to do, really, is just get a few decent hits, a few decent sort of packs opened up. You'll end up with a load of bronze cards in your club anyway. You'll probably make some profit from it. And that will enable you to then buy the cards you need to complete those SBCs without losing coins, okay? Without losing coins. That's a vital point here. You don't want to lose coins. Coins are key. Now, in a proper video, I'm going to go over all the trading that you guys can do on web app, and that will be in detail for you. But in this case, we're just talking about the SBCs and getting started at a basic level. We're not interested in the 2 days or 3 days you then spend the web app. We're interested in just getting started, and people are mixing these things up, okay? That will give you the players that you need, basically. So those bronze packs those bronze cards can then be used to complete the foundation SBCs. Once you complete those foundation SBCs, you're going to then unlock the Hybrid League of Nations. You don't change what you're doing. You can just continue to do those exact same packs. So these ones here, the first ones, those same bronze packs do the exact same thing here. Because in some of these lowercase ones, so the Hybrid Leagues, Hybrid Nations, etc., you can use the bronze cards that you've got to fill up the sort of chemistry requirements for certain SBCs. But then what you can do after that is you can convert those bronzes into silvers and into golds if you really, really wanted to. You've got a good 48 hours to sit there and grind out as much as you wanted to. So some of those bronze cards that don't have a value, the ones that are 200 coins are just sitting in your club, you can put those into silvers, turn them into golds, and you might be able to get 2 or 3 more of the SBCs done. The problem, like I say, some of these SBCs will be very expensive, okay? Now, it all depends on the way that EA want to drop the free packs this year, the way they want to drop the comeback packs, the way they want to drop everything. If these are tradable, it doesn't matter. Open them all up, you'll end up with 150k at the end of it, happy days. If they're not, then in my opinion, the pragmatic approach is to do what I've said to do in this video. I think that's the best way to make sure you don't lose coins. Alongside all that, you also want to trade, and I'll bring a video out hopefully tomorrow or the day after. I will give you every single bit of trading tips I can give you for the web app, and it's how we ended up with like 1 million coins within a few days last year of the game being released. It's so easy to do, so I'll talk about that in a video, but that's getting started on web app. Don't worry about all the other gumph, all the other stuff. That's the key stuff you need to think about on web app. That's all you need to worry about. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below, make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.